Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the first episode of Shopify Customer Success Podcast. I am your host, Renee Arthur, and I'm so excited to get started with this podcast. It's been a long time coming. A little bit about me. My name is Renee Arthur. I'm actually based in Detroit, Michigan, and I am an e-commerce owner. I am a Shopify lover, and I am a customer success partner, if you will, for Shopify. So I am so passionate about helping people who have no idea how to get started selling anything online, helping them get online very quickly using the Shopify platform. In today's episode of the Shopify Customer Success Podcast, we will be talking about what is e-commerce? What does that term even mean? And we'll also be talking about what is Shopify. And, I'll allude to why I personally love Shopify so much. So e-commerce is, it might be a buzzword to you. You may not have ever heard what it is. It's just a technical way to say that you sell goods or services online. You're transferring the data and transferring your funds online. So is the place where you're actually transacting. So in person, if we were to meet up, you go into a store, you meet up with the cashier at the cash register, where you actually scan your debit card, tap your credit card, hand over the cash, that space we call the cashier register. This is the idea of doing all of that transacting online. No cash. So we're talking about digital and using all kinds of accepted payment methods. But the idea is that you are now transacting online. So you can do directly to customer. You can do business to customer, B2C, direct to customer, D2C, or you could actually do B2B. Let me give you an example. If you are a wholesaler, if you have a lot of an item and you want to sell it in bulk, you absolutely can set up a e-commerce store where you're selling items B2B. It's just about selling online. Fancy way of selling online. Now, where it comes on in to where you're doing your e-commerce, that's where we start talking about the different possibilities and the different companies. So there are quite a few out there. I'm going to shout out, my favorite ones. I got like a top 5, if you will. And as you probably can imagine, my number 1 is Shopify. I'm going to start with my number 1. That is what we're here to talk about. That is what this whole podcast is going to be about, specifically Shopify. Shopify is an e-commerce platform that is actually based in Canada. I always say it's the Amazon of Canada. It's a publicly traded company on the stock market. The ticker is SHOP, traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And it was founded in 2006. And as of 2020, the revenue for the company was $2.93 billion. It allows for international e-commerce transactions to occur. It's a platform, and they also have a point of sale system that allows you to not only sell online, but you can sell in person using, a point of sale system, a card reader, if you will. So Shopify is not the only e-commerce platform out there, as you can imagine. It's just my favorite. It's just emerged as one of the top ones for small business owners. It's very easy to get started and super powerful and has lots of support and resources. So that's why I love Shopify. Let's talk about another e-commerce platform that's out there, very well known. There's also Squarespace. Squarespace is a so there's also BigCommerce. which is flexible, has strong SEO, and has multi-channel selling, which means that you can sell on Facebook, Instagram, you can sell across social media, you can sell on your website. WooCommerce is another one. It's got really, really great SEO, lots of service providers there. There's also Wix. A lot of people like to use Wix, very simple to get started. There's Sellify, which I know is great for subscriptions, and Magento. So those are just some other platforms that you can use. I always encourage people to do research, which e-commerce platform is going to be the best for you. Think about cost. How much money do you have? Each of these platforms costs money to use. They may have a free trial to get started, but they're going to want their money. That's how these tech companies work. It's subscription based as well. So you can either do a monthly plan or save more on the annual subscription. But I encourage you to do research. Think about what's accessible for you. Most of these they all have templates for you to just pick and choose to get started. And they do work differently and have pros and cons. So do research on the different e-commerce options out there, and definitely think about which is going to be best for you. Hi, Dominic. I see you in the room. I am recording my podcast to talk about Shopify. So this room is only going to be open for a couple more minutes because I'm doing a short recording so I can do a proof of concept for 10K on how to use Clubhouse to record your podcast. So when it comes to Shopify, there's several reasons why I love it, and that is what this podcast is dedicated to, the Shopify platform. I'm going to go ahead and say the reason why I love Shopify so much is because the company is dedicated to helping anyone get started, and they have a wonderful blog, great documentation. They have a wonderful podcast. They're giving you all the tools you need to be successful. They have spun up local online memberships that you can join that are sponsored by the company. They have local hubs based on what city you're in the US, where you can tap into city-specific local resources for you. Let me give you a perfect example. I'm in Detroit. There's a Shopify 313 company-sponsored partnership here with the city of Detroit. So if you're a Shopify store owner in the city, you get access to resources that other people can't get in other cities. And one of the awesome ones that they did is they partnered with the Detroit Pistons, the NBA team here. And at our sports arena, by being a member of the Shop 313 membership, you could get a sponsored advertising banner in our sports arena, the Little Caesars Arena. And it's like, just as a small business owner, just because you use Shopify. So the community partnerships are huge. There's one in New York, there's one in San Francisco, there's one in Atlanta. You can tap into the resources that are virtual in all these cities, and then there's ones that are in person that do require a residency. So I just love the community membership. I think that's really powerful and awesome. And honestly, the benefits of using Shopify go way deeper than just like, the typical blog and, the platform works really well. So I just appreciate that. And the not only does Shopify have community partnerships, there's also partnerships with the tech companies, the big tech companies. So let me give you a specific example I'm so excited about. This summer, I read about the Shopify YouTube partnership, and this is hot off the press. Was not available for Shopify users in the past. And now you're able to have a better integration with your Shopify store with Google and also on YouTube. So when you have Shopify, you have your products listed there for sale, and you can display them on the social media platforms. So starting last month, the integration allows for you to show your products on YouTube underneath your YouTube channel. Before, you could only see like maybe t-shirts. I think they were made by Spring Tea, but now you can show your Shopify products. So that, let's say you're live on YouTube or you're having a pre-recorded show, you can have your products below that YouTube video for users to watch your video. You could be talking about the product, or maybe it's your YouTube channel and you're just selling merchandise. It's super flexible. You can make it work for you, but underneath that video, people can browse your products and then they could go to your Shopify store and shop. This is huge. YouTube is a huge platform. It has over 100 million daily users worldwide, super powerful. And, once again, it's just a home run. Shopify allows the everyday person to compete with these big brands online, get in there and get your brand out there and your products out there for the world to shop online with you. One fun statistic that I love is that every day, every hour, there's a new first time Shopify sale occurring. So that's how many people are even just joining Shopify. And I just think that's really powerful. So I'm here to help people like you. Maybe you're just thinking about selling things online. You might be looking for a complete career change or just a new side hustle that's more flexible and allows you to truly work anytime from anywhere. Hey, I'm here to put you hip to the game. It's never been easier to start an online store. It's never been easier to sell physical products, digital products, or services online. I highly recommend the Shopify platform for several reasons. The resources, the community partnerships, and the partnerships that Shopify has with the other big tech companies are a game changer. And yeah, I'm looking forward to going on this journey with whoever's listening right now. If you're thinking about getting started, or maybe you have a Shopify store and you want to really understand what you could do to scale to the next level, whatever your goal is, I am here for you to share all the tips and tricks. And this is Renee signing off. Thank you for listening. Okay. Hey, Dominic, thanks for sticking in the room. So I'm going to repurpose this content, and I'll actually shoot you a link because 10K has challenged all of us to start a podcast and to use Clubhouse to do it. So I'm going to in this room, but I'll be sure to message you, and then I'll send you and show you what I'm doing with this content so you can kind of see. Thank you.